What is going on, guys? Today we are working on the Audi S5. This will also work on any Audi S4 that you have that also has the 3.0T supercharged engine. So what we're doing today is installing this oil catch can from ECS Tuning, and there's not really a tutorial on YouTube about how to do this so far, so we're gonna be making a tutorial or a how-to on how to basically fit up your oil catch can. This will pretty much work for any oil catch can to your Audi S5. So we've went ahead and already opened up this kit, but basically it comes with these 3 tubes, a bunch of fittings, and of course the oil catch can, as well as a mounting bracket and everything for your oil catch can so that it can sit in here without just flopping all around. So starting out with this piece is going to basically sit just like this inside of your engine bay in order to route this PCV and this PCV differently. So before we get too deep into this, I'm going to go ahead and explain why an oil catch can is actually pretty important on these cars and why you should get one. So it should be kind of self-explanatory. If there is an oil catch can that exists for cars, it probably does something pretty important other than just catching oil. I mean, where does the oil come from in the first place? So we've got Zach over here helping us with this install today, and he's going to go ahead and explain pretty much what an oil catch can does a little bit deeper than I could.
No, so it's just, all it is it's creating case pressure from your motor. So essentially letting your motor breathe a little better without putting the oils back into your motor and then gunking up your valves, and then you have to get it walnut blasted all the time. Well, not all the time, but good catch can has a baffle, so you're not pulling oil back in. But that's pretty much like the gist of it. It's just essentially extending the route your PCV valve goes. So this is like in between your motor and your PCV valve. That's the basic term of it.
Yeah, so if you guys are here and you guys have this platform, you know that this platform has pretty bad carbon buildup issues, and a catch can help with that. And it also, would you say that it adds horsepower a little bit just because you're not getting any oil into the intake and everything, or?
I mean, I guess if it's not gunking up your valves and making you lose compression, I guess. Yeah, but
it's very slightly.
Technically, no. It's more preventative than anything.
True. But if you guys are here, you probably want to see it go on, so we're going to start working on it. So as you can tell, we already went ahead and pulled off this PCV hose right here. All right, so how you get this off, unfortunately, we kind of broke ours a little bit. You're going to want to take a flathead screwdriver or a pick tool if you have it. Or a really small flat blade, and just kind of shove it up in there, and you can use some channel locks to get on the top there and pull it off. It is not easy, but
even with this cracked, it was still a pain in the butt to get off.
Yeah, it was not easy.
It was a pain in the butt to get off. Not super worried about it because there is 2 O-rings in here.
Yep.
This plug that fits right over these O-rings, really nice. And then obviously we're just gonna wrap it in black electrical tape. Probably not the best thing for it. Honestly, throw black electrical tape. The only thing you're worried about is it falling out, which even this is not. It's got some pretty good suction on it.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressed about it. It's not going anywhere, and then just tuck it out of the way. You'd rather crack this than crack it down here, and then you have a whole nother ordeal.
Yeah, and then you got to get a whole new hose for that too.
Yeah, so worst case, you crack your collar, put this in, and then
you're good to go.
One step closer.
Yeah.
The easy part's done.
Yeah, like we said when we pulled off the other side just kind of pulled off, so that one already didn't have a bunch of holding force on it, so I think that this will be fine, and we're gonna, like we said, just black electrical tape it, make sure it doesn't fall off, and you should be good to go. So we've got this all wrapped up in black electrical tape now. You can pull on it, it's not going anywhere. So now we're just gonna tuck this out of the way.
Obviously be careful of your hose, you don't wanna break it.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's fine, that gives you enough room. I would just tuck it there. It gives you enough room to put that hose on, could clamp on it.
This is also the IE intake, so you guys might have a little bit of a different way to tuck it here, but this is what we're running with. So we're also gonna go ahead and get this hook on to this bolt right back here to hold this in place. So again, it's just this little bolt right here. I believe it's a 10. Let's go ahead and pull that off. All right, so we've got that hanger all in. That is the way that it's supposed to go, and you just kind of suck that tube right up under there, pause, and then you attach it.
Don't forget your hose clamp.
So we've ran into our first problem already, and it is not our fault. ECS actually sends you a hose clamp for this that is quite literally to the exact size of the diameter of this, so it does not fit over top of this. So you're gonna need to definitely go ahead and get some bigger hose clamps for yourself, because you will not be able to use one that they send you. So now that we've got this hose clamp on, we're gonna go ahead and just squeeze this up underneath that hanger that we hung.
There's a cutout right there.
Yeah.
Just boop.
Perfect, boom. The fitment on this is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, other than the close.
All right, so second problem already. Cannot make this up. So the plate that they gave us for the catch can, if you notice, the holes literally do not line up. Yeah, so we cannot use that to, basically what you would do if it worked correctly, you would have basically two things here. This is what it's supposed to look like. So yeah, you would slide under there and then clamp it down on top on this. But
okay, that works if you had the screws line up.
Yeah, so not great, but we're gonna be drilling. So, all right, so on this right side of the engine, you're going to want to take that stock PCV hose and put in one of these plugs into it. We're taping it in there since our PCV hoses don't really clamp that great. If you guys get these off and they clamp fine, just don't even worry about taping it, but that's what we're running.
Yeah, they're on there good. But,
yeah.
I mean, like the O-rings inside hold it, so, but I just...
Extra reinforcement.
If someone bumps it,
yeah,
it's fine. It's falling out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've also went ahead and put in these connectors into the actual oil catch can that the hoses clamp onto.
So just a double-sided barb.
Yeah. So we have this clamped on, we have that we just showed you, and then the last one goes into this. All right, so when you guys are putting on these longer tubes, you're gonna wanna use the longest one on the old PCV system.
So you gotta make sure those O-rings are seated all the way down, otherwise they're just gonna leak.
Okay. So yeah, make sure that these are pretty tight.
You'll feel it, it'll bottom out. So on this can, your right side will be off your valve covers. So obviously this side, this crossover tube, this side and this side will be your right side. You can see there's mesh in there, and then this is straight pass through on this side. There's no mesh. So then we go here, and then the one that's going back to the original PCV valve system will be on your left side when you have it here.
Yeah, do not reverse those. So just for a closer look on that bracket, this is what you're supposed to get. If you get this, just send it back. This is what you want. I think that we're just gonna try to make something work though, because I'm not super worried about it. Just a little annoyance in case you guys aren't as like DIY as we're gonna be doing. So I actually researched the part number on this basically catch can thing that's supposed to be a catch can. This is actually a transmission bushing for a B9. Not even the right car, but A for effort, I guess.
And it was in this package.
Yeah, it was all in the package that is for the oil catch can. I'm just giving them a hard time. It's really not that big of an issue. I'm sure that they will send me out the right bracket when I notify them of this, but it's just funny. So we have everything hooked up. Overall, it wasn't really that bad of an install, but would have taken like a third of the time if some of this stuff was just the correct things. So what we're rolling with right now is we just put these bolts in here so that we don't lose them. It's held down this way, it can slide this way a little bit, not that big of a deal. I think that they'll send me the right bracket, but as you can tell, we have all of these fittings all fitted up and everything seems good. I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick little rundown starting from the left side again, just to make sure that you guys all know exactly what's going on. So, started off by taking off the stock PCV valve, plugging it, then we added this on, we added the bracket, you come over here, this goes onto the crankcase, and then this is the stock PCV going down to the left side of the oil catch can, and then the right side of the new plug is going to the right side of the oil catch can.
Honestly, if we just had the part, I think that my biggest thing is not having a bracket and not having the right hose clamps.
Yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good kit. And also, this does have a little dipstick for you guys to check how full your catch can is, especially if you got one as big as mine so that you don't have to change it as much. This is how you're going to be able to check that. Make sure that you empty it, especially if you're in a cold climate. I've seen some pretty weird stories about how in winter these catch cans end up looking like chocolate milk or frothy cappuccinos if you don't empty them, and you do not want that recirculating back into your engine. So make sure that you empty this, especially if you got a small one or a big one like me. No matter what you have, make sure that you empty it. I'll update you guys in the winter if you guys follow the page. If you are new, drop a sub while you're here. But I will update you guys over winter on how often I have to actually empty out this catch can, or even during summer. I don't know how much oil this is going to catch. I don't usually lose that much oil per oil change, so I don't expect too much to be in there. So let's go ahead, start the car up, make sure that it doesn't throw any codes. I'll give you guys a little bit of an exhaust. If you guys are new to the channel, you don't know, but I do have the cap resonated test pipes on here and a full AWE touring exhaust with resonated down pipes. So let me go ahead and give you guys basically a cold start. This thing sounds pretty good. Let's go make sure that we have no vacuum leaks or anything weird like that. Yeah, from up here, everything sounds pretty solid. All right, yeah, I think everything is solid. So, pretty easy install. I know that nobody really had an install video on this, so hopefully I helped you guys out on installing this. If I did, make sure that you guys drop a like, drop a sub, and put down in the comments if you guys ended up buying this kit or a different kit, if it came with the wrong fittings like ours did, because I just think that that's actually hilarious. So we got a B9 trans mount instead of an oil catch can mount for this car. But if you guys do want this exact kit, I'll go ahead and leave a link down in the description for it. It's from ECS. It's honestly a really nice kit. The quality of everything's pretty good. Just you're gonna need that little bit of a hose clamp, and hopefully you get the right bracket. If you guys want to see any other videos of this car, I do have single pulley on this car. I am going dual pulley very soon. I already have the whole kit. We're doing a throttle body. We're going to be doing flex fuel eventually. We have a bunch of stuff going on this thing. So if you guys want to see more than just a catch can go on this, or if you want to see me driving this car or anything else, I do have all of that stuff on my channel. Drop a sub if you are new and want to see that stuff. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Drop a comment if it helped you out. I'll see you guys in the next one.